Welcome to the Bad Dadvice podcast. We're officially in. We're in it. We're in it to win it.
That sounded good.
That was a solid opening.
That sounded good. We're in. Are you focused on this? Are you focused on? Are we here or are we there?
Oh, I'm focused on everything.
Okay, we're focused on switch. We're focused on switching. We're focused on intros. Just before we get started on anything, let's just all be clear that this is gonna do 3, maybe 4 episodes total. But it's gonna be fun for the 3 or 4 we do.
Yeah. Like the podcast as a whole is only going to make it to 4 episodes before we stop doing it?
Right. Like before we started, your wife goes, "You're not doing this podcast," which is not a great thing.
Yeah, you got cut out immediately.
Listen, she's saying that now. We don't believe that.
It's not a great way to start a podcast when your wife, before episode 1, says, "You're not doing this anymore."
Well, I think it was more the commitment of every weekend. And I know we talked about doing this every Sunday. I don't think I have every Sunday to do this. Nor do I want to do this every Sunday, I don't think.
That's just not the right attitude to have going into it.
So for those that are listening to this, maybe we clipped it, maybe we cut it, but just know that don't get invested because we're not going to do more than 5 tops. But it sounds good while we're doing these.
I don't know where to put I got to put shoes on. I don't know where to put my damn feet while I'm doing
So
this.
we're gonna figure this out together.
Can you see my feet on camera?
No,
Yeah,
you can't see your feet on camera.
Can't see your feet.
Good.
Make sure you cut to abs. Zoom in, get full face on abs.
What are you doing, step bro?
Yeah, there we go. So we got that down. We got our fantasy football draft rankings up. But before we go any further, we should probably do introductions. Well, who are we? What are we doing here? Why are we doing it? And what's it? What are we trying to accomplish? So, you want to get us started?
Yeah, I'll get us started. So my name's Jameson. I don't know. I don't know really whose idea. I think I kind of started the whole brigade going here, and then everybody kind of ran with it.
Yeah,
But
he invented podcasting. Yep.
Yeah, basically, that's basically what went down. But yeah, so basically the whole idea of this whole thing is we are all dads and dads to be. So this is pretty crazy. If you guys think about this, if people listen to this, they'll technically in this moment know that I'm gonna have a baby before probably 90% of my friends are. Isn't that pretty crazy?
Are you, sorry, I thought you were going to play an audio clip. Make sure you play an audio clip to cap on that. Yeah, just cap that.
What the hell is even that?
No, do the daddy one. God damn it.
Daddy, chill.
Thank you, Daddy. Daddy, chill, please. Jesus.
Daddy,
We need a new soundboard.
So we're gonna
guy.
get the soundboard set up. We're gonna get into a groove. We're gonna talk about stuff. All right, let's go. So that's his story. Thanks for the story. Let's kick it over to Robo. Give you a quick little intro, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, so as you heard, Trey, my name's Robo. I have twin girls on the way.
Oh baby.
So really kind of freaking out and wondering how I'm going to have time to do not just podcasting, not just fantasy football, but just like daily life.
It's hard.
Like how is that gonna work?
Emotional damage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'm definitely freaking out a little bit.
so
Not
yeah.
easy.
To be clear here, we're starting a podcast at a time in a dad's life when it is the least convenient and there is the least possible amount of time to do a podcast.
Couldn't be the worst time.
We
to start
couldn't
this
be
podcast.
starting a podcast at a worse time or a worse mental state or in worse physical condition. I think we're all...
okay.
I've been in worse.
I would
I've been in
say
worse.
Yeah.
most of us are in the worst physical condition of our lives.
No, 18 days ago I was in worse.
That's fair. And we'll get into that on the pod. So we're talking sports, we're talking dads, we're talking fitness, we're talking a lot of that kind of stuff.
Fitness donut in my mouth.
Hit me with the soundbite. No, the wrong one.
What are you
Hit me with
doing,
the right
step
soundbite.
bro?
What are you doing, step
Thank
bro?
you. So this is a first-time producer, first-time technology. We're gonna get there, people. We're gonna get there together, and we're gonna arrive together. With that said, Abs, kick us off. Give me your
Soundboard's
intro.
gonna be a
I will say
nightmare.
this will go so this will feel so much better when I don't have this thing's heavy when I don't have to carry this microphone. So
You're-
this
like I said,
Speaking
you're
of
in the
speaking of physical shape,
the worst physical condition of your life.
like you think carrying around a baby is hard. Carry around this microphone for 7 minutes. That thing's heavy.
Yeah.
I'm James. I go by Abs. I've been a dad for 5.5 months. I have a 5.5 month daughter named Kennedy. She's great. I'm loving every second of it. I'm tired as hell. I've been in worse physical condition, but I'm pretty bad physically. I've as
If you're
mentioned-
listening to this, imagine a bad physical condition, and then that's us. If you're watching, you can just see your physical condition.
Exhibit A. I wore a sleeveless shirt specifically so you guys could see.
That shirt had sleeves when we walked in.
As you heard in the very beginning, my wife has already put the kind of dropped the hammer on this that I can't imagine that I'll be doing this regularly, but I'll try to get out here as much as possible and give my 2 cents.
Okay, nice. I'll wrap it up. So my name's Trey. I have a lot of nicknames. My real name's Francis. My son's name is Francis also. He's the 4th. He goes by Ivy. And this is my house as well. So we're wrecking one of my rooms to set up a podcast studio.
Get over yourself.
Dude, we get it.
It's a nice,
Yeah,
dude.
we get it,
This is a
dude.
pretty sick house, dude.
It's like average as hell.
Pretty. If you're listening, imagine a sick house. If you're watching, it's pretty sick.
Like
Yeah,
all
I
they
mean,
see
it's
is like 2 brown couches and a K-State bag. Like how
Signed,
sick could it be?
Signed by Jordy Nelson. Pretty sick.
I mean, that's not too bad.
I'm more interested in the St. Augustine Distillery bottle signed by the owner of the distillery.
If anybody's watching and wants to win this St. Augustine Distillery bottle,
No.
I will for the 1,000th. No, the 10,000. That's too easy. The 100,000.
The 11th. How about the 11th?
How about this? Our 1 millionth subscriber.
The first
On
first
YouTube.
subscriber.
No, our 1 millionth subscriber on YouTube. This bottle, I'll ship it to you. I'll write you a handwritten note. 1 million subscribers. This bottle goes to them.
You're only saying that because you have 2 of those bottles.
I have 2 of them, and we're not going to get to 1 million because we're doing 5 episodes. So
Perfect.
yeah,
But they could be 5 episodes that are bangers.
they could be 5 good.
But how-
Hey, look, it could be 5 good episodes. I mean, like we're I don't know how far in we are. What's our time so far?
We're at a solid 7
We're
minutes.
7 minutes in, and we've accomplished nothing. But I mean, like if you haven't turned this off yet,
That's
you're,
a win.
You're a loyal listener. If you have not turned it off after the first,
You
7
deserve that bottle right now.
You deserve that. You deserve. You're not going to get it, but you deserve it. Just to be clear, you deserve it.
Yeah, totally.
But
All
how
right.
often, back to the 5 episodes. How often do we have to be putting out content to be actually
Right.
relevant?
That's fair. That's fair. I mean, like, it'd be nice if I could just put an episode out whenever it was convenient to me, and then we would, make millions of dollars. But probably weekly. I would say probably if we want to be real about this, if we want to be consistent, if we want to generate a following, probably weekly. Robo's over here yawning because we're so fucking boring. But probably weekly.
But can we film so when I come here on Sunday, the first Sunday
Yeah.
of the month, can we make 4 episodes in one sitting?
Sure. Yeah.
So that's
I don't think there's any law that says we can't do that.
Well, how about this? What do
I'd
we?
have to call somebody. I don't know.
How about this? What do we? I'm sure we're gonna do some little ticky talkies and stuff. So if you're watching this on TikTok as a clip, why don't you just write in the chat? How often do you need to put out content to not suck?
Right. How often do you want to hear us talk? And if you say never, it'll hurt my feelings. So please give a real number between 0 and 1 year. How often should we post?
That's everybody's going to say
0.
never since you said that.
But I need to not hear
But
never.
that's interactions.
Interactions. So
Hey, marketing.
Gotcha.
joke's on you. If everybody says never, then we get
Also, if it's never,
impressions.
then nobody gets the whiskey.
It's true. I think we're gonna get to 1 million subscribers. Maybe if we get to 1 million subscribers on YouTube.
Might have 6 kids by then.
Yeah,
Daddy, chill.
Daddy chill. Seriously, daddy chill. Yeah, so we're getting into it. We're gonna figure it out. But all right, what's on the agenda for this week? What are we trying to get into?
I think our first thing is just what do we expect? What are we excited for? I mean, you guys are in a little bit of a different situation. You've already got some crotch goblins out. We're waiting.
Yeah.
Robo's a little bit closer than me. But yeah. So any
So
any
give you
thoughts?
what are you in store for?
Yeah. Tell me and Robo
Yeah.
how much our life is gonna suck in the next coming months.
I mean, let's be clear, right? This is not a podcast to talk about how terrible it is to be a father. It is glorious.
Yeah, we're not out here to let anybody talk people out of having children.
we're
Have
just
them-
trying to give them bad advice.
Have children, and let me give you some advice here, okay? The waiting room. We'll start there. Let's start before this little human being that you've created is even in the world. Let's start at the waiting room. Here's what you can expect. Saltine cracker bed. and a bunch of nurses that couldn't give two shits if you're even hydrated enough to survive, because they don't even ask you if you want a glass of water. Your wife's over there. She's laying on her bed. She's getting room service. She's getting water delivered to her, big old cups, ice water. And you're going to be laying on a bed right next to him going, hey, a little help over here. Can I get a saltine cracker to go with my bed?
I can get up and leave, right?
Oh, that's fair. Yes.
Yeah.
I feel I feel like there's a lot of moms out there that are about to just shred after watching that. we're like, we just fucking put a baby out of our hoo-ha's.
I don't know whose impression that was. It's probably your wife, not my wife. But let's be clear. This podcast, I got to do a lot of qualifiers here. This is not for women.
Wait, what?
This is a Dadvice podcast. If you're
right.
a woman and you need womanly advice about womanly things, please don't ask me. I can only speak
I don't know
from the
anything about
male
women.
perspective.
Can I just say that we would love to have as many women listeners as will deal with us?
No, I disagree. I only want men, and we have to get to 1 million male subscribers. I want to clarify. This St. Augustine distillery bottle, I will not give it to the 1 million subscriber. I'll give it to the 1 million male subscriber.
And we're canceled.
Are we 10 minutes in? We got canceled. Well, you're welcome. Tell your wife you're coming home on Sundays.
There you go. You're coming home early.
I'll tell her we're still doing this.
We're doing it. We're doing it live.
First dad advice.
Okay,
Lie to your wife.
so
That's
I
perfect.
started in the delivery room. Do you have anything else to add? Delivery room wise, advice for these new boys over here. What to expect?
Yeah, I mean the bed was awful. I will remember. I mean, I remember that it was basically like maybe it's sleeping on a sofa, but saltine cracker. Yeah, it's about as comfortable as sleeping on a saltine cracker. No blankets. I will tell you guys this. My key advice: bring like hella snacks.
Yeah,
I mean hella snacks.
Yeah.
I mean, both of you guys have in-laws and parents and stuff that'll be pretty involved, and so I had that too. That brought a bunch of food to us and things like that.
Get wings.
The only thing that I remember from when Kennedy was born is I saw a picture of you, and I think it was your dad holding Kennedy, and you looked absolutely terrified of the baby.
Well, yeah, there's no book. I mean, I'm sure there are books.
There's not a book.
There's a ton of books. There's a ton of books.
Let me take that back.
Look, there's not a book
I'm
that
sure
you
there's-
can just read
about
having kids.
There's a ton of books, and you have the internet
I'm
in your
sure there's
fingertips.
a ton of books out there, but I didn't read any of them.
That's fair.
So yeah, you just wake up one morning like not a dad, and then it's like a few hours later you're like a dad.
Right.
You gotta like keep this.
What was it
human
like
being alive?
What was it like when give birth, come back to the room? It's like you're there by yourself, right, with the kid, kind of like in the room.
No,
You were never there in there
I
by
was
yourself.
never with the kids.
Oh,
Just by myself.
C-section. My wife had
Yeah.
a C-section. So here's the C-section advice.
Yeah.
Here's the C-section advice,
Yeah.
which is probably going to be
Most likely.
Bingo.
which is probably going to be twinsies over here. Is going to be C-section advice. So, C-section happens. I'm like falling asleep before I go. I'm like afraid I'm going to miss the C-section. Like I'm falling asleep sitting in this room waiting for them to call me back. I'm like dressed in the gown and the whole thing. So I'm like exhausted to go into it. I go, they do the thing, they do the procedure. I go back to the room and it's just me and an infant by ourselves in this room. And all I'm thinking to myself is like, I have no fucking clue what to do right now. If this kid shits his pants, if he starts crying, I got nothing. I have no weaponry. I have no ammunition in the chamber to stop this event from happening. I got nothing. I was
Trey
by
just-
myself.
Trey's punching the little emergency call button the
I
whole
was all over
time.
that
Somebody
button.
help
I was
me.
all over that button.
Hey, I don't know
need
what's going.
adults.
I don't know what's going on. He rolled over.
I can just picture Trey, right? Trey in the after birth room, whatever it's called, sitting there with his baby, just him and Ivy, and going like just trying to make small talk.
Trying to give him
Like-
financial
Like,
advice.
oh man, Ivy's
We go,
it's
hey,
like hot as hell outside today, man. Like how about that weather? How about those dolphins? That's right, buddy.
so you think we want to get invested in the S&P 500 or what are you thinking?
Do you really want to go to college?
I don't really think a 529 plan's that great, but you're going to want to go to college at some point.
I just can't get over that he called it the afterbirth room.
Yeah,
What is it called?
It's not the afterbirth room.
It's the recovery room.
I didn't recover it all. In
But
that
it was
room.
after birth, so
I
like
was-
technically you're not wrong.
I was scarred.
Let me-
I'll tell you what. The C-section is. I mean, were you there? Were you in the room while it was
Talking
happening?
to the mic.
Sorry. Were you in the room while this was happening?
I was in the room, but there's a curtain up. You don't see anything.
There's
They just hear like drills and stuff on the other side of the curtain, and then the baby comes out.
So it's like so it's like an amusement park. It's like the walls are up, a construction, and then all of a sudden
Right.
they take the walls down. And it's a brand new ride.
Like at Universal, like when you do Doctor Doom Freefall,
yeah.
it's like that's like what it sounds like, and then you free fall, and then a baby comes out.
Yeah, so I witnessed it a little bit differently. It was a natural birth, and it was like, we were sitting there, and
didn't pay
all
for
of a
the
sudden,
premium plan.
all of a sudden the doctor came in and was like, okay, it's time, and it was like, okay, Dad, grab a leg. I was like, the fuck? He's like, "Go grab a leg. So I'm like holding her leg, and like she's pushing and she's screaming, and it was awful, and then all of a sudden it's like I didn't want to look, and then all of a sudden like you just look, and there's like just like a little head popping out. It's like there was hair. She had a full head of hair. It was like terrifying. And then the baby came out. It was like popping a bottle of champagne. I got splashed like on my hand. Oh, dude, it was disgusting. So I get splashed on my hand. Now I'm like in there like, oh my God, there's something on my, and like, they're like taking care of the baby. And finally the doctor, I was like, hey, can I get a towel? What's a guy got to do to get a towel around here?
That's what I'm saying.
Like they don't care
No-
about the
no
dad for
respect
1
for the
second.
dads
I said, what's a
at
guy
all.
got to do to get a towel around here? And she's like, oh, I'm going to use all these towels. I was like, so like, what do I, like I got it on my hand. What do I do? Like there's like a sink over there. I go there, like wash my, like, jeez.
I gotta get my own water. I gotta get my own food. I gotta wash my own placenta off my hands.
They don't do anything for the dads.
Yeah.
Just be prepared for that.
Yeah,
Don't
just-
expect no hospitality.
Right.
at all.
It's like Mother's Day, big deal. Father's Day,
I mean, you get some sales.
that's fair. That's fair.
You get some sales at like Home Depot. Hey, go do more yard work.
That's fair. You can get a good weed whacker for Father's
Yeah.
Day. What?
Grills. How many grills? Can you buy?
Mother's Day,
Mother's Day
they get like
massages.
roses and chocolates. Where are my chocolates?
Right.
Hey,
dude.
Dad, here's an edger.
Yeah,
Right.
give me a cheeseburger.
I know.
Okay.
Right. Thank you. Please and thanks.
Oh man. So yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what to expect. I mean, right now she is just in the phase where it's just like she's so early. It's just a whirlwind right now of just farts and food aversions.
Oh, great. We're talking about farts now. This is what I wanted to
This
get
is
into.
where this. Okay.
Let's
great.
get into
We're
this.
there. We're there. And
Let's
I
get
just-
into this.
I just don't know. It's just so early. I don't even know what to expect. It's just like every day is slightly
Right.
different, and
Yeah, they're gonna definitely. If we're talking before we get into that delivery room, man, it gets. There's some rough days. There's gonna be a lot of like towards the end, like a lot of pee in their pants, and you gotta like be prepared to be like, I can't even see it.
Yeah, the food aversion thing for me was really weird because I've never had a food aversion.
Right.
I've
you
always
had the food aversions?
I've always no for my wife. So like I've always been overly attracted to food.
Right, like a food. You have like
Yeah.
you have a food perversion.
Perversion. Yeah.
Right. You're a perv.
I'm a food perv.
You're a food perv.
I'm a food perv.
Yep.
So like it was really weird when like we would go out to eat and she would order something and be like, "Yeah, nah, I don't want that."
Yeah.
I'm like, "All right, cool."
I kind of
Yeah,
liked
I'll
the
take
food
it.
aversion.
Yeah.
I was a fan of the food aversion, and I would make sure that I would get more of that
Yeah.
because then like you got your snacks that she's not going to touch.
Right.
Like so I was really high on that.
smart.
What'd you
But-
get for dinner? Oh, I got fried chicken. Oh, I hate fried chicken. Oh, too bad for you. I guess.
Oh, I totally forgot.
Dang, I guess I'll take it to lunch next week for lunch to work. That'll be convenient for me at least.
Yeah, like I found out that like the sympathy weight thing is like it's a real thing.
Right.
Like my wife, pregnant with twins, has only gained like maybe 20 pounds. I've gained 35. So
We
like
can tell.
I'm really winning that
We can
race.
tell. We
I'm,
can
I'm winning that race.
Right.
But like every week it would change. Like, oh, I'm really into Rice Krispie treats.
Right, right.
And like I have a really bad sweet tooth already. So then it was like,
Yeah.
let's have pints of ice cream and this and yeah. So it just turned into, oh yeah, I don't really want that anymore. Okay, yeah, cool. I'll eat all of it.
Right.
Sick.
So like, there's currently no more pints of ice cream or Rice Krispie treats in my
At
house.
Publix.
Yeah,
At Publix anymore because you bought it all.
yeah.
Right.
Oh man.
All right, and the podcast is over. We're out of stuff to talk about. And
We're
just like that.
we have absolutely nothing left to talk about. Just to be clear. So, do we have another topic that we were going to dive into today, or what?
We were trying to get into like a little bit of game territory, where every episode we would try to do a little fun thing, like a little outside of the box, maybe.
Okay.
So we figured we would start it off hot and pick top 5 hangover cures.
Oh, okay.
Because we obviously know that you're totally doing a lot of drinking, because that's what you do after.
I mean, that's a pretty rough segue, but we can definitely talk about hangover cures.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna go around the room. Top five hangover cures in order. Are we doing it? He does his 5, you do your 5. Are we going number ones? How we do? What's our strategy
Let's
here?
just go ones, and then we'll do twos. We'll do a little snake draft style.
I'm gonna be honest,
Is this? Hold on.
I don't even know if I know 5.
Let me be clear
Let alone
here.
20.
Let me be clear here.
Yeah.
The listeners don't know what we're doing, and we need to be better at explaining it. Are we doing a draft, or are we doing a top 5 ranking? Because if he has a hangover cure and I have a hangover cure, likely, just want to be just surveying the room. Fried, salty, fatty foods is on all of our top 5, but only one of us will get the number 1 overall draft pick of Pepto-Bismol or something similar. So my top 5 and your top 5 are going to be very similar unless we're doing a draft. Is this a hangover cure draft, or is this a hangover cure top 5?
I'd say we go top 5s.
That's a good call, because if it's a draft, we'd be I'd be saying salad by the end of this, because I can't think.
We all
of-
know you ain't eating no
I
salad.
don't
That ain't
have.
curing nothing.
I don't think there are 20.
Salads.
So there's 20 salads out there, and
Not in this house.
and I'm not eating a single one. But I don't think there's 20 hangover cures that we could come up with that are actual legit hangover.
Okay, so let's do top 5s, and let's do top 5s. Robo started off. What is your number 1? Do we have a drum roll sound effect? Of course we don't, because this
Don't
is
have
corporate.
drum roll.
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah, of course not.
Did we prepare any sound effects for this entire top 5? Okay, there we go. With that evil cartoon laugh from the 1940s, Robo, please give me your number 1 hangover cure of your top 5.
I think my number 1 hangover cure is a greasy, like, bacon, egg, and cheese. Cook the egg in the bacon grease and throw. Yeah, man.
Okay, so that's your number 1. And after this, we'll do 5 cures for diarrhea. That will make sure we cover that, because the viewers are.
You don't have a hangover, but you're
they're
shitting
gonna
your
need,
pants
They're
now.
gonna need that after this. All right, number 1, top 5 hangover cure. Cardwell, what's your number 1?
All right. Well, for me, 100% taking a plunge in a freezing cold pool.
Okay, freezing
How
cold
many
pool.
times have you done that?
Yeah,
More
seriously.
times than
You
I
don't
would
even
like.
have
Name,
a pool.
Name twice.
You don't even have a pool.
You don't have a pool.
Well, what you can do is you can instead of having the pool, you can get a really big bowl and fill it with ice water. And
Right.
just
You could
dunk
dig a
your
hole
head
and
in.
cover it with plexiglass.
Yeah. So what you're saying is,
You do the ice bucket challenge.
Polar plunge.
It's like you're out here doing the ALS ice
Yeah,
bucket
like-
challenge every
Hey,
day.
Don't hate it till you try it.
you're
You'll
saying
feel like
you're
$1
saying
million
number
bucks.
1 hangover cure for you, cold water.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. And for me, let me get a sound effect for me. I want a good one. Yeah. Oh,
That's not bad.
that's
not bad.
actually
Yeah, that's a good.
We also
That's
should have gone.
actually-
We also should have gone 5-1. Now that I think about it, but like whatever. Let's just start. We're talking with our.
Oh,
best.
right.
Right. We should have gone from worst to
You're
first.
right. You're right, because everybody's gonna stop listening. They go, "I got his number 1. Now I'm gonna stop
right,
listening."
right.
If you made it this far, you're listening to all 5. Okay.
Yeah.
You turned it off 3 minutes in, or you're listening to every one of these hangover cures on the edge of your seat. Now, my number 1, it's very simple: sleep. If I can go back to sleep, it's a great hangover cure for me. That's what I need. If I'm hungover, nothing else is as good as sleep.
I don't know how you sleep with the room spinning.
Hey man, you just got to do it. You just got to do it.
All right. That's
like
what
that.
you got.
I think the number 1 for me, right? I'm hungover. I went on a bender the night before. The number 1 for me is pulling the trigger, throwing up,
Oh yeah.
forcing yourself to
No one
throw
likes
up.
to
That's
say
good.
it, but everybody knows it works.
It's very
Oh,
Yeah,
it's very
dude.
interesting. We've so far done basically a draft. None of us have our best cure, our number 1 personal cure.
but now they're gonna start repeating.
but
There'll be some
now,
overlap,
but
yeah.
now that we've already said 4, like that's
I'll be
just-
honest. Coming into this, I wasn't really prepared, so I might just steal the y'all's the rest of
That's,
the way.
yeah, that's good. All right, we're doing snake drafts here again.
Okay, all right. So that was my number 1. Number 1 is throwing up. Number 2, I think I like a good chicken tender sub from Publix. The fried chicken greasiness, the bread
Right, let's
soaks up that leftover booze.
Let's be as
Now-
regionally specific
yeah,
as
now
we
for
can.
everybody not from the southeast.
Okay, yeah, I guess
area,
right. If you're not
Publix is a grocery
take
store.
take
with the
chicken
most-
tenders, put it on bread, and eat it.
Great
Publix is,
explanation.
There it is.
Publix is a grocery store that has phenomenal subs.
Yeah, it's really good.
phenomenal.
It's really good.
All right, so Trey, what you got for number
Yeah,
two?
my number 2 is medication, specifically extra strength Motrin. That is my number 2. I need sleep and a Motrin. There is a very well thought out progressive plan for me to get rid of a hangover, because if I have one single beer, there is a chance that I am hungover very aggressively the next day. So I need to have a plan. And number 2, Motrin extra strength.
All right. Yeah, so my number 2, 100% spicy ramen. Spicy ramen.
What?
I'm
Cold
telling you.
water on the head, spicy ramen in the gullet. Here
His
we go.
third, his
That's
third is
the most-
explosive diarrhea.
Yeah, like, that's the most ridiculous.
Listen, I'm telling you, dude, you got to get a little heat in there, get a little carbs from the ramen, a little soup action.
Speak into the microphone, please.
It works. I'm telling you.
That is
Okay,
really
we got
worth it.
spicy ramen. That's on number 2 on the board. What do you got here?
So my number 2 is the opposite of an ice bucket on the head, is just literally sitting down in my shower
Yeah,
for 45
that's
minutes
good.
and just letting the water just rain on me.
That's good. We are 8 in, and we have not duplicated. This is great. Now you go again.
And number 3, I used this in college religiously. After going out and partying, I would pick up 2 energy drinks.
Okay, energy drinks. Put on
and-
the board.
Caffeine.
Yeah,
Put on the
and
board.
just hammer some energy drinks.
Put on the board. I like
and
it.
it took a while to kick in, but it definitely did the job and was able to allow me to get through everything.
Hold on, pause real quick.
Is
Abs?
that Billy Horschel over there? Like over there walking on the property?
Yeah, that's Billy Horschel. Great.
Currently in a tournament.
Is he playing?
Yes.
He's got some trespassers.
Okay, great. Yeah. Let's talk about my neighbors.
I was
Okay.
trying to help you out, tell how sick your house is. You live across the street from Billy Horschel. I was trying to.
Yep. And there's Tiger Woods. Yep. And then Shaquille O'Neal.
What?
He's some.
Is that Elon Musk too?
That's Elon
Wow.
Musk.
Is that Tom Cruise?
What? Is Elon Musk a peeping Tom? What's he doing over there?
X
All
Twitter.
right. So we have 3 on your top 5. We have 2 on your top 5. Let's hear number 3.
Yeah, so for my number 3, I'm going to do getting an IV.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go somewhere else with that. An IV is pretty good.
Yeah.
No,
You get
it's
an
not.
IV. You got to have, obviously, you got to have the resources.
Nope.
Oh, yeah, you're terrified of needles, so that doesn't work. But yeah, if you can get your hands on a good IV, put a little liter in your bloodstream.
Liter of cola.
Liter cola. This group, we're putting liter cola in our system, just to be clear. That's pretty good. All right, my number 3. And to this point, we definitely could have done a draft because we have not repeated, and I'm also not going to repeat.
It's impressive.
My number 3, Al K. Seltzer. I need Al K. Seltzer. That's not my neighbor's name. That is a product to calm my tummy down.
You have by far the
you have
most
the-
dad answers.
Yeah,
It's
it's-
like Motrin, Alka-Seltzer, couple waters, sleep.
Yeah, I'm a dad.
Do you
It's the
have a-
podcast that we're on. You're on a dad podcast.
Trey's big into like the 60-year-old remedies for a headache.
Oh yeah, Trey's a 65-year-old dad.
All right, because headaches didn't exist 60 years ago. Okay.
They
Do
were
you have
built
the
different.
Do you have the Alka-Seltzer commercial on the soundboard? Flop, flop,
What
fizz,
makes you
fizz.
think?
Yeah, we. Yep,
Oh,
yep.
what a
We.
relief it
We're.
is.
You think up to this point that we're that prepared that my third hangover remedy he has queued up on his soundboard of play something. That's what we got.
on the soundboard.
That's what we have, and you think he's got Alka-Seltzer commercial?
Whopper.
Whopper, Junior Chicken Whopper. That we're gonna get on the soundboard. Put in the comments if you want to hear the Whopper Junior soundtrack every episode. Smash the like button, click the subscribe button. 1 millionth male subscriber getting this bottle. Okay. All right. Where we at? Would we just go Alka-Seltzer?
Number 3.
Yeah. Here you got.
All right, on to my number. I got to go 3-4, snake style.
Yeah.
Number 3 for me is, now this is specific. It's got to be a Glacier Freeze Gatorade. Ooh. The light blue Gatorade. It can't.
really
I don't
good.
want a yellow. I don't want an orange.
That's good.
I want
you got like a points on the scoreboard over here. What do we got?
I don't got anything on here right now. No.
Give me something. God damn it!
Emotional damage.
All right.
Daddy
I
chill.
got like 6
Number,
options over here. I don't know which
All
one.
right,
Number
we're
four.
trying
Number
our
4
best.
hangover cure for me is the hair of the dog. Get some more
Dude.
booze. Start
Point.
slurping
Give me-
down some brews.
Let me get some points on that.
Ding ding ding. Point.
That's where we got
Yo,
verbal.
jeez.
We got verbal
Verbal
mouth-
dingage.
Verbal dings is the best we can do. Ding ding. Look at all this. Look at this setup. We have
Bing bong.
investing in microphones and we're doing ding dings. We got a ding ding ding. We got like everybody's holding a microphone. We got things. We got this. We got that. We got camera 1, camera 2, camera 3, and we're dinging in a microphone. Ding ding ding. Points.
Emotional damage.
Thank you. Okay, that's pretty good. My number 4 on my list of hangover cures. I'm gonna say it's gotta be doing the no cha-cha. Doing the no little relief, no cha-cha. Thank you. That is gonna be hangover cure number 4.
I have to be honest. That when I read that on the notes earlier today, I don't. What is a no cha cha?
You know, it's a good question for those dads.
I didn't understand the reference. I don't know.
For the dads,
I'm
out
a
there,
new dad, so
Yeah, like you know how you got into this mess? That's how you get out of a hangover.
oh. Why do you call it no cha cha? That's a ridiculous name for it. I could have like we talk about. I couldn't think of 20 hangover cures. I could think of 200 ways to
Do the no cha.
Name
to
3.
describe the no cha cha.
Okay, quick. This is how this podcast is gonna go. Abs' top 5 no cha cha alternatives. Go.
Like alternative names of no cha cha.
Yeah, 5 of the 200 that you can name.
Okay.
Give me 5.
Knocking boots,
Got it.
slamming ass,
Got it.
clapping cheeks.
Got it. That's 3. I said
3.
5.
Oh, doing the dirty, banging. There you go. 5. 195 more coming on a future episode.
Episode 200. We'll do top 200
I'll
cha-cha
just do
alternatives.
one. I'll just do one every episode for the 200 episodes.
Okay, good. We're making a lot of promises we cannot keep. Okay.
We're not going to get to 5 episodes, but when we get to 200, you
We
guys
get
are going to
that.
hear the 200 one.
100%. Yep. Jaime, what do you got?
Oh man, I really wasn't paying attention there for a minute. He lost me with the no cha cha.
I didn't know what that was when I read it.
Let's see. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna double down for the first time, and I'm gonna go drink more. I'm gonna do that. I'm
The
gonna
hair of the
double
dog.
down.
But is there a boo sound effect on there? Boo.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot we're doing mouth sound effects.
Boo.
You suck.
Wah,
There
wah.
you go. Nice. Okay. Now you gotta go 4 and 5 here. Hopefully, you
and
got
5?
4 and 5 queued up. Yeah.
So number 4, specifically a chicken, egg, and cheese biscuit from Chick-fil-A.
nice.
What if it's Sunday?
Yeah.
Now what?
Now you've backed into a corner.
it's-
Well, that's why it's number 4.
Yeah,
There
it's
you
my
go.
4th alternative.
There
I'm
we
not.
go.
Yeah,
I'm-
makes
if I
sense.
get
That's
through
true.
1, 2, and 3, and it hasn't taken care of it,
That's true.
It's already Monday.
and it's Sunday, and I go to number 5, pull the trigger, man. You
he's back.
got it.
I
Yeah,
agree.
you
We've
got
doubled
it.
up. We've doubled up. We've
That's-
run out.
That's my
Wait,
5th option.
so
Is just
he's
pull the
saying he's
trigger.
going down this in a row as if it didn't work. So at this point, he's already had a greasy cheeseburger.
If I ate
It wasn't a cheeseburger. It was like a bacon, egg, and cheese.
If I ate a
Jesus,
greasy
dude.
bacon, egg, and cheese that I made
No, your first one. Your
was
first.
bacon, egg, and cheese.
You said the
Yeah, I
first
think it
thing you
actually
said was
was.
bacon, egg, and cheese.
Yes.
Yeah, with
And
the
then
egg.
the fourth thing you said was bacon, egg, and cheese.
Chicken, egg, and cheese.
Oh my God! This is. I want to be clear. We are the fattest podcast in the world.
Yeah, so like if I go through number 1 and I
The
cook
fattest.
myself a sandwich and it doesn't work, then I go through everything else, and by the time
Try another
by the time
sandwich.
I get to 4, I'll go get another sandwich.
And I try another sandwich.
I'll take a zinger mountain melt. I'll take a zinger salad, substitute lettuce for French fries.
Absolutely.
Got it. Okay.
The first sandwich didn't cut it. I need another sandwich.
We're doubling down. All right, Jaime. what do
And
you
by
got?
that time, I have no option but to pull the trigger.
Yeah, makes sense.
Now it all makes sense.
Naturally, it just
Yeah,
happens.
yeah.
This is going entirely too quickly. My fifth option is going to be. God, you guys took all the good ones.
You took all the good one. It's not a draft.
not a
You said-
draft.
we already just pick one we already said and pretend like that's your fifth.
Listen.
Nobody cares.
Cardinals,
Nobody's listening.
Cardinals round 5, pick 7 with no running back.
Yeah, dude.
All the good ones
What
are
are you
gone.
doing? I'll take TJ Hushimashita for $8, please. TJ, come on. But if he comes out of retirement, though.
Him and Ocho Cinco.
Him and Ocho, you never know.
Sammy Watkins.
If he gets, is that Sammy Watkins or Quez Watkins? Who am I taking? I'll take either one of them. If their last name's Watkins, I'll take them. I got draft Watkins, and I get all the Watkinses, please. Thank you.
Give me the Watkins.
Okay, what is your fifth hangover cure, please?
I don't know. I'll go for the cha-cha slide.
The cha-cha slide.
Cha-cha slide.
Ooh, the cha-cha mud slide.
I
That's
prefer
a little
the I
different.
prefer the electric slide over the cha-cha slide.
That's
I will-
true.
You can't see it. It's electric. Boogie woogie oogie.
That's pretty good. All right, my number 5, wrapping it up. Clearly, and this might come to a surprise, I like to go for a nice, long, like 10-mile run.
Shut the fuck
Yeah,
up. No,
right.
you don't.
What the hell is even that?
For those that are listening, I am very skinny and I look like a runner. For those that are watching, don't talk to those that are listening, please. Let them imagine what I look like. It's not really running, but no, I would say it's just got to sweat it out. That's got to be number 5.
Yeah, this big old house, and you couldn't build a sauna?
Yeah, there's a sauna, dude. You just haven't seen it yet. You haven't explored my whole house.
It's not that big. Number 5. My number 5. I really don't know. Honestly, I wasn't prepared for this episode. Clearly, it's the first one I wasn't prepared. Yeah, I would probably say medication. Some Alka-Seltzer, Tums, Motrin,
Xanax,
Sometimes
cocaine.
if I'm more prepared, I'll do a little like pre-hangover remedy, a little milk thistle before bed to try to get rid of that hangover the night before and kind of eliminate it
Maybe
from
a little
happening.
liquid IV action going on.
Yeah, so sometimes I try to knock it out before it even happens, but most of the times it's like I'm too drunk to. Like,
It really just
think
depends on
about
how
that.
banged up you are.
Right,
the
right.
night
Like
before.
if I'm like
How many
sober
boots he
enough,
knocked?
if I'm sober enough to think about like preventing a hangover, I'm probably not going to be hungover the next day.
Right.
So that's
Right.
so it's like I'm usually too drunk to think about
Like piss poor preparation leads to pissing your pants while you're sleeping
Been there, done that.
on a
Right.
Tuesday.
on a Tuesday night. Very nice.
Been there, done that.
All right, I think we did our top 5s, we did our intros, we did our first episode. Anything else you want to cover here?
If any of the companies that are involved with any of the things that we just said in our top 5 want to sponsor us on our very first episode, that would be wonderful.
Jaime, it's 4 fucking idiots talking for 20 minutes. We're not getting a sponsorship. Like, let's be real. Let's do 8 episodes, then we'll talk sponsors.
Listen.
1 millionth male subscriber, you're getting a St. Augustine bottle. Let's wrap it there. Let's give me the outro. Here we go.